Hello, David.
Hello, Nadira.
How do we ensure that risk responses are implemented?
I think this is perhaps the most important question in risk management because we identify and analyze risks and plan responses. But at that point, having identified and analyzed and planned, we haven't actually managed the risk. It's when we implement risk responses that risks are managed. So it's really important that we get our risk responses actually implemented and put into practice. But very often this is the point in the process that most people miss because they're very busy with their regular jobs and they see risk management as something extra on the side. I'm doing my job, I'm managing my department, I'm managing my project, I'm looking after my business, and this is very busy. And then you tell me about things which may not happen. I'll think about those later. And so we never implement the risk responses, and as a result the risks are not managed, and then some of the threats happen and turn into problems which could have been avoided. Some of the opportunities pass us by and we miss the benefits that we could have had. So it's really important that first of all we see risk management as normal work. We set ourselves objectives, we plan to succeed, there are things that might happen that weren't in the plan, and as responsible managers and workers and professionals, it's important that we do everything we need to do in order to succeed, in order to reach our objectives. And that includes managing the risks as well as performing the planned work. So perhaps the most effective way to ensure that risk responses are implemented is to make them part of the planned work. So if you have a project plan or a project schedule, or you have a set of work instructions or a contract, maybe the right thing to do is to add your risk responses into your project plan or into your work instructions or into your contract, and then say, these risk responses are normal work because they're things that have to be done in order to make sure that we meet our goals. So then if we treat risk responses as normal work, then they'll be implemented in the same way that we would implement normal activities. So it's not just a question of putting these things in the plan, it's also a question of changing the mindset, of seeing risk management as an optional extra. When we see risk management as really important in order to succeed or fail, then we'll give it the attention it deserves, and then we'll give it the efforts that we need to implement our risk responses.
Yeah. Thank you, David, for the information.
Thank you.